Flipping car parts can be a gold mine. However, it can be very frustrating when the same things keep reappearing out of nowhere. And I have the answers to all your questions, as I've struggled with all the things that one does on the way up, which covers the process of making sure for a fact that you'll make money from the car that you buy. And if you're excited to finally receive answers, comment down below your excitement and make sure to follow through to the end where I'll reveal the working methodology. But today we're covering the money side of things. Now, the reason why making money is not reachable yet on the cars that you buy is because you're currently using a methodology, to no fault of you, that does not operate correctly, therefore leading to either a breaking even or losing money. So I'm going to be explaining the proven methodology, and then I'll go into detail on each step. The first most important thing, you want to definite that the car will be profitable. So you want to know when the parts will sell and what they will sell for, which you can find with the sold listing filter on eBay. And stay tuned because I'm going to be going over that in depth. So the first step is finding a car listed under market value on Facebook Marketplace, making sure the car has at least a working engine and transmission and isn't too beat up. And this is crucial. The more functional parts it has, the more parts you can sell from the car, which increases profits. Step 2 would be, once you've found the car that would be potentially profitable based on the condition and functionality of the individual parts, you then go to eBay and research. This is exactly how you pinpoint the sold listings feature on eBay. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I'll be sure to get back to you.
Say I'm going to choose a 2009 Ford F-150. I'd bring up the document and I'd simply go through the list. I'd start with the engine assembly, see what it sells for. 2009 Ford F-150 engine assembly is, you scroll all the way down within the filters, click on sold items, and then you look for pretty much the same thing that you're selling. Engine motor complete assembly, here's one for $1,500 that sold all on October 25th. It's now November 13th. Here we go, here's another one for $2,000, sold on September 17th. So this is selling once a month.
And you can tell it's selling once a month by the dates in green means the sold date, and it's in consecutive months.
You could get the average. The reason why you want to get the average is gives you a ballpark of how much you can charge for the parts. We do $2,600 plus $2,000 plus $4,600. We divide that by 2 and get the average of $2,300. Do that for all 81 of the parts. Create a document, engine assembly, $2,300, transmission assembly, and then just go down the list. Just because I'm not going to sit here and do every one of these, here's an estimate. Bring 2,100, 141.
With that being said, once you have the total sales price from every part added up, you want to calculate the eBay fees, which are part of your expenses. Now, the reason why you want to calculate eBay fees, you don't want to be blindsided by expenses that you didn't think of. So that's part of calculating the profitability and the whole system of information to make sure you're prepared and set you up for success. Now, before I get into calculating eBay fees, I want to go over the fact that I once struggled with having frustrations about customer interaction, and I've also struggled with wanting things to work a certain way, which those struggles have been put into the past, and I'd love to share my conclusions with you, which I go over these answers in the course I've created, and the link for that is in the description. Now, to calculate the eBay fees, you multiply the number of parts you found to sell once a month by 0.3, indicating eBay's 30-cent fee for every transaction, and write that number down. Then you take your total of the sold parts and you multiply that by 0.129, indicating a 12.9% fee for every transaction, and write that number down. Then you take both of those numbers you wrote down and add them up together, and that is the number of eBay fees and is part of your expenses. Then you write down every one of your expenses and find out what they cost. Your expenses could include towing, tool rentals, and must include what you're buying the car for, and also must include total shipping costs between shipping supplies and shipping labels, which I'll go over in a future video. And then subtract every one of your expenses from the total sales price. The equation that consists of subtracting expenses from the total sales price is your profit. Hey, get the money out of my face, I'm trying to record. If you like the number, keep in mind you'll make this within a 2-month window, and the number is not in the negatives, then you can proceed with checking out the car in person, and if not, then repeat the steps. Okay, once you've confirmed profitability on eBay and you're looking over the car, inspect the car while you're in person and update your calculations based on its actual condition. If something is worse than expected, negotiate a lower price. Yeah, that's the sound I make when I walk away from a sale, but yeah, you know, things happen. Always update the profitability equation for any changes to make sure that the car is still profitable. If it isn't, walk away from the sale without buying and repeat these steps again until you find one that is profitable. Make sure to leave comments and questions in the description below and I'll surely answer them. Just as a reminder, I have a course in the description that covers many aspects about being successful at flipping car parts on eBay, so if you're interested, head there, and I look forward to the opportunity to teach you the ropes. Now, there may be something you didn't think of when calculating expenses, and that is completely okay. This is why I recommend leaving a buffer within the profit margin to cover the unexpected expenses. For example, let's say you forgot to calculate the shipping for the engine. Your buffer should be about $1,500, and you can add that shipping cost into the equation after the fact and still make a very good profit, especially when your profits are upward between 4K and 7K. Now, considering you followed all these steps, the rest would be history, because getting the car home, taking the car apart, and listing all the parts, you've done the work necessary to make money. Now, as I've said, I once struggled with having the frustration about customer interaction, and I've struggled with wanting things to work a certain way, which I'll leave a link below that goes over those answers. And there's a lot more. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe for more tips, and share your own experience and questions in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. Your next car flip could be your most profitable yet. God bless. Peace.